like a transition for me, really. But I'm looking for that, how much efforts these need to be going to these one to get it really come out of my field, like everything in only not only learning from the other points of about the how I can able to manage myself in the project or in the different field also is a bit a concerns for me.
Okay.
Yeah, hope so.
Okay.
Everything is okay.
Very good. And I want to correct you on something. But before saying anything more, I would like to say I started recording this session,
Oh,
and lot of you people will be also talking. So if anybody has any problem, please let me know. Otherwise, because legally I am supposed to ask because I am doing a legal business here. So if anybody has a problem in me recording the session and sharing this session with everybody of our group, it will not be shared external to the group. It will be shared only within the group, whoever have joined together. So if anybody has any problem, please let me know. I will stop recording. Okay. Thank you very much, Vamshi. Thanks for your introduction. You said you are a data scientist and you said you are not doing data science job, right? So, but when I read your, what do you call, introduction on the WhatsApp, if I am still remembering, you work for a pharmaceutical company,
yeah,
and you do a lot of analysis on the data,
yeah.
right? So, what kind of analysis you do?
So basically the analysis is that, we have like we have a data of the different kinds of like you have so many drugs in the market and the so many drugs have, before coming to the market, they have a millions of the drugs they made up.
Hmm.
So from that millions of the drugs, we need to pull out that's if a new project is starting, we need to pull out and to dig out something like, almost maybe what you call, I don't know, dig out that, what are the feasible ways to, before going into that, how can I be able to get some information more about that, more about the, more about something related to the patient's details, or maybe is it workable, or is it a achievable targets, or maybe it's like a data, and moreover, the data analysis also includes like a regression analysis, linear regression, or something, a different non-linear regressions, t-tests, ANOVAs, sometimes, so basically, whatever the requirement comes from the people who are from the business people, or maybe from the directors
Hmm.
who wants to pursue into that direction, and moreover, some, whatever the data, newly generated data, that need to go into the browser. From
Hmm.
the browser, I need to, from the SQL, I need to write the SQL codes from that, and
Hmm.
to generate that, put into the what we call the browser called Vortex. From there, it's almost like a visualization, so it's along with the Excels and the PowerPoint presentation. This is a more visual way of, you know, to show that, how those million compounds, when I brought them into the thousands, how it, I mean, thousands are like a feasible kind of a
Hmm.
word,
So,
I mean to say.
by hearing you, basically, I am certainly sure we will explore it a little bit while the course is going on. I'm certainly sure that you are actually half a data scientist, not fully data scientist.
Yeah, that's
But you are not,
see,
you are wrong in saying that you are in a wrong position. So, right. So basically, yeah, you are still a data scientist, and you will be doing many things in addition to whatever you are doing. Thank you very much, Vamshi. We will discuss this in detail later at this point of time. Thank you very much for becoming a
thank you.
member of this group. Uh, okay, I am unmuting somebody called Kumi. Introduce yourself, Kumi.
Hiya, my name is Kumi. I'm currently a student at Anglia Ruskin University in Cambridge, and I'm doing Bachelor's in Engineering and Computer Science. I have lots of experience in programming in C Sharp, and I was data administrator in the Missing People the database there, but it was a very simple database.
Very good. So what do you want to do by coming into this course?
I'm hoping that this course can contribute.
Is your microphone okay? We are not able to hear you anything.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah. I'm hoping that this can contribute to my future studies and my future career as well. For example, my dissertation project
Mhm.
in the future.
Okay, very good. So you said you were working somewhere, but nobody could hear where you are working and what do you do?
I'm currently studying at Anglia Ruskin University, doing computer science, bachelor's in engineering,
Mhm.
and I have experience in programming in C Sharp, and I am currently doing a database design and implementation module where we're learning SQL. And I worked at the Milton Keynes Equalities Council as the database administrator. I was handling the database there, but not to such a large scale as this course will lead us to learn.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. And next one is Ganesh. I'm unmuting Ganesh right now. Ganesh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So yes, tell me something about yourself. I guess you are also into business intelligence, right? So tell me,
Yes.
what do you do?
Yeah, first of all, good morning, everyone. So I'm Ganesh. I'm working as a now SAP Bob J or BI consultant at Scapa in Manchester. My main role is like as a senior consultant, I am building the data warehouse from SAP to BI SQL Server. And also on top of that, creating data warehouse and reports using Cognos, and also using Rombi. We are displaying the data in various devices, mobile devices and stuff like that. So I'm into this IT past 10 15 years. So worked in various, started career as a teacher in this country, then moved into training, then moved into like IT software, SAP. Now finally I want to do data, become a data scientist in big data.
Very good. Is everything okay with you, Ganesh? Your throat use seem to be gone.
Yeah, it's okay because it's
Yeah.
hectic weekend for me. So it's always Friday, Saturday is very hectic. Thank you.
Yeah. All
It's
right.
okay.
Okay. So thanks, Ganesh. So basically, you said SAP BobG. Is it a business objects reporting you do?
Yes, integration from like SAP to the SAP Bob is nothing business SAP business objects
Hmm.
and also BI developer. It's a kind of mix of both.
Okay. Okay. So SAP BI and SAP business objects.
MSBI.
MSBI. Oh, MSBI. Okay, very good. So we will be using Microsoft. What do you call? I keep forgetting tool names, but
SSIS, SSRS,
no, 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 no,
SSIS,
no, 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 no.
Azure.
Azure is fine. That's a different issue.
cloud based. Azure is cloud
No,
based.
no, 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 no. There is a BI tool which is useful for. I will tell you the tool name. I forgot the tool name. Okay.
Analysis
No,
tool.
it's not. It's not. It's not.
Okay.
Okay. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. It's
Okay.
okay. All right.
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you very much, Ganesh. And Ganesh also makes movies. So anybody wants to have a hero role or heroine role, he promised me a villain role, but I am thinking. So thank you. Thanks for Ganesh for becoming a member of this group. Thank you.
Thank you.
Praveen, good morning. I have unmuted you. Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me, Praveen?
Okay, are you able to hear?
Yes, I
I can
can.
hear.
We can hear you very loud and clear. Okay, so Praveen, tell me, sir. Introduce yourself to the group and tell us what you do, and we will almost we are short of another couple of people, then we'll go.
Yeah. Yeah, my name is Mr. Praveen. So I'm happy to join with you all. So I'm working as a stat programmer in one MNC company, and we do, and my domain is the clinical trials. So we do conduct whatever the conducted by company on a clinical trials on humans. The data is coming to us, and the data we will put in into standardizations, and then we'll produce the reports out of that data. So that is my job as a statistical program analysis programmer. I'm working. Okay, this is my introduction. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Praveen. And you also you are a statistician, and you are working for a pharmaceutical company, and you are working in clinical trials. So you already know a little bit about data science. Okay. Anyway, we
Yes.
will enrich, and thank you for joining this group. And we will going forward. I'm sure we can learn from each other. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Next one is Pami. Pami, can you hear us?
Yes,
Okay.
I can hear you. I'm Pami. I'm currently studying finance and investment banking. I'm in second year. And as all of you have so much experience in this field, I don't have any. I'm a statistician, so most of my subject is statistics. So that's the experience I have. And most data I've dealt with is in Excel. So that's my introduction.
Okay. So you are a investment banking student, and you know a lot of what do you call statistics, right? So that will certainly help you in what do you call your future. Okay. So thank you, Pami. One moment. I have done something. Yeah. After Pami, who is it? Did we hear from Raghava?
Yes, yes, I completed that one,
Yeah.
introduction. Thank you.
You have already given the introduction, right, Raghava?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Okay. Sri, Srikant, I don't remember. Did you already give the introduction?
Yes, I did,
Yeah.
Ram.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry for confusion here. I not noted down something. Okay. Next one is Srinivas. I have actually unmuted Srinivas. So Srinivas, can you hear us?
You have to unmute him, I think.
You
You have to unmute.
I thought I have unmuted. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I have unmuted now. Srinivas, can you hear us? Okay, we'll wait for Srinivas to come online. Let us see if I can hear Vamshi. Did we speak to Vamshi already?
Hi Ram, we finished. I think Srini need
Yeah.
to only the one left. I think.
Okay, okay, thank you. Srinivas, are you there? Can you hear us? Srinivas is sending me messages saying that, can you hear me? So we cannot. Are you on? Okay, so Okay, looks like Srinivas can hear us, but we cannot hear him. So he will introduce himself a little bit later when he sorted the problem with his microphone, headphone, or whatever. So anyway, can you uh, are you trying to speak, Srinivas? Okay. He- we can only hear some rumbling. So let us introduce. There is a problem on the what do you call the your mic or whatever. So let's sort that out later. But you are able to hear, right? Okay. So are you all able to see the presentation? Just thumbs up on the message board, thumbs down on the message board if you can't see. If you see, just don't worry about it. All right. So data science is the gateways to the future. So what do we do with the data science? Why do we actually worry about data science and all these things, right? So let us see. But before that, let's see what is happening. So everybody is told everybody about themselves. So it is my turn right now. Everybody of you know my name. I'm a data architect with a total 26 plus years experience only in data, nothing else. The first and foremost question when I say big data, many of you actually, some of you have called me one-to-one on my phone and asked me, do I need to know Java to learn this program? The very short answer is no, you don't need to know Java. And a supplementary answer, if you want to know, is I don't know Java as well. Okay, if you want to know Java, if you want to learn Java, that's okay, but it is not absolutely necessary to learn Java at all. Okay, so that is the beginning statement. So my total experience right now is 26 plus years experience. Because 26 plus I said because I have started working on data even before completing my engineering graduation. So that plus is not counted. So I am a member of Data Management Association. It's a worldwide association. It is one of the top association in the data management, where all the data management professionals exchange their ideas, learnings, and all these kind of things. And at some point of time, I will introduce you to the Data Management Association, and I will also recommend you to become a members of this Data Management Association. The cost is about $50 per year. Having said that, there are three levels of Data Management Association membership. The first one is associate. For that, you have to write certain examinations. Second one is practitioner. The third one is the master. Okay, so and then there is a program called fellow. So there are only three people in the world today who have become the fellow of the Data Management Association. It's not because number of members in the Data Management Association, there are about 200,000 people who are members, but out of that only three people are fellows. And I am aspiring and I'm trying to become one of those fellows, if not the fourth one, at least one of the top 10. Okay, I don't know when I'm going to become that, but that's my vision. I am also some of you know me, I am also a social worker. So being a social worker, helping people. It is also important that you data scientists also should become a social worker, so you can understand what the problems are and you can become better data scientists. And I am a change seeker. Anyway, that's about me, and we'll go from there, right? So what are we going to do today? Data science. Why all the excitement? What are the examples? Where does data come from? So what is data science? Doing data science. About the course, what we will cover: data science first, big data later. Uh, Data science first and big data later. So when I have a problem, that problem is basically everybody, whenever I say data science, everybody starts saying big data. Yes, big data is a input to data science. Data science is not only big data, it is all data. Okay. For that matter, there is nothing called big data. Okay, the big data is a word coined in 1941. So big data is a combination of volume, velocity, veracity, value, and what is the fifth one? Volume, velocity, veracity, and variance. And we will discuss about these things at a later point of time in detail. But we will be discussing, we will be learning about data science first, big data later. However, having said that, I'm not saying we are going to see big data later. We are going to see what is big data, how the big data works, and where the big data goes, and all these things, including the lab, some of the labs on the big data in coming days, coming first few days, and then we will go to data science. But more about the big data we will learn during the end of the course. Okay, requirements, workloads, and all these things later. Okay, so this is our course outline today. This is our course, this one. Okay. Before discussing about data science, we need to understand what is analysis. Data science is nothing but advanced analysis of the data. Okay, so guys, data analysis, the concept of data analysis started somewhere in 1935. So the design experiments by R.A. Fisher, blah blah blah. So just you can Google these words and try to understand what is. And of course, there are some books also. So actually take a look at those things, and you will understand what is data analysis. Data analysis is nothing but looking at the data, trying to create certain patterns, understand what is happening in the organization. It's more of related to one specific organization, nothing else. All right. So basic introduction, right? So data makes everything clearer. Say, for example, you go to the ASDA to buy certain things. Like you have some ASDA product, some product by Kellogg's, some product by some other what I call company. All the three products, they do the same purpose. For example, cornflakes. Okay. Now, which product will you buy? You will be buying this product based on the price. You will be buying the product based on the quality. You will be buying the product based on the taste and n number of things, the flavors and all these things. So now you go to ASDA, you try to buy cornflakes. You are analyzing which cornflake is better, which taste is better, and all these things, and you will assume those tastes. So that is nothing but analysis. And most of this analysis is done using the data that is there. The price you can see, the calories you can see, the flavor you can see, what kind of flavor that is being used, it will be written. Okay, and all such kind of data, you will take a look at it and you will analyze that, and based on that you will make your mind to buy so and so product or so and so brand of cornflakes, right? So basically, if you have to analyze something, you have to look at the data, and which makes it clear. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you,
Yes.
Deshrik.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. I don't know. Madhavi sent a message saying that she can't hear me. What I am going to do is I'm going to remove her from the presentation, and she can actually.
You now, sir.
You can hear you? You can hear me?
Yeah, I lost the
Okay.
presentation though. I can't see the presentation.
You can see the presentation. Okay.
I can't see the presentation.
Okay. I will stop the presentation and restart the presentation, and then you should be able to see. Unfortunately, the what do you call broadband speed sometimes at your place, sometimes it will spoil the show, but it should not create huge amount of problem. Can you see this now?
No, I can't see it, sir.
How about now?
No, I can't see now.
Okay. Do one thing. Leave the call and rejoin the call.
Okay, we'll do it now.
Okay. So basically, what I'm saying is, I'm actually saying you need data. Okay, and based on the data, you will be able to take a decision how you actually can, what are the products that you would be buying. Okay, so give me a. Okay. So basically, now, what is the data science? So basically, we learned about the what do you call the data analysis. Using the data analysis, okay, you analyze the data which is necessary for you to do certain things, right? So you will be actually subsetting or selecting a small group of data, and you will be looking at it. So you won't be to buy cornflakes, for example. You won't be looking at what do you call what do you call the weight of let us say a potato in the shop somewhere else. So you will be looking only at this particular data. But in data science, it is little bit different. In data science, what happens is you will be looking at data in multiple areas, looking for data, looking for patterns in multiple areas. You know, there is an organization called CDC in United States. Okay, So this is not a problem for United Kingdom that much. It is a problem, but it is not that much. But United States being a huge country, there are number of kinds of problems that they face. For example, because the proximity of Mexico to the country, just beside the country around California and all these kind of states, and Florida, etc., and the Canadian border, almost covering the entire breadth of the United States, they can't actually control certain ailments like flu and the yellow fever and all these kind of things. So, but it is necessary for them to control these things. So, what they need to do is there is an organization called CDC, Center for Disease Control. Okay, they actually collect a huge amount of data and try to understand what is happening in the country. Okay, the Center for Disease Control actually is responsible for understanding this thing and making sure that what do you call the ailments like flu and yellow fever, rashes, allergies, and all these things are as less as possible. Okay, and however, again, the CDC is an organization. In UK, we also have the similar kind of organization. Its name is Department of Public Health. So this Department of Public Health, or CDC, they collect huge amount of data. Their responsibility is to identify the neighborhoods where there are going to be more than 2 or 3 maximum conditions, one specific condition, like for example, flu, okay, are going to happen next week. They have to predict that. But generally what happens is better than them, Google predicts it. Why? Because they, either public health department in UK or CDC in United States, they deal only with the data of people's health. For example, blood tests, health data, and all these things. But Google deals with every data. So in one certain year, in bordering country, Mexico, they identified that certain areas in Mexico are going to be suffering with this flu epidemic even before CDC got to know about it. Okay, so Google could do that because of the number of data sets that is available to Google, which is not available to CDC, okay, our public health department. So what is happening in this case is basically what is happening in this case is the CDC was unable to find it out because they are unable to access the social media networks. They are unable to access what is happening otherwise. For example, somebody applied for a leave from the office, and CDC did not know about it, but Google knows about it because they can actually see the social media feeds and understand why that particular person applied for a leave, right? That particular person posted somewhere saying that, oh, my neighborhood, there are 20 people suffering with the same thing. I am also suffering with the same thing today. And I have actually taken leave. So Google classifies this person as suffering with flu. Okay. So, but CDC cannot classify this person as having flu because he did not go to a doctor. If he goes to a doctor, then that person is noted. But if he doesn't go to a doctor, the person doesn't go to the doctor, that data is not there with CDC, our public health department. So the lessons are learned. Now, public health department in United Kingdom, I know the head of public health department in some certain counties, in person. So that person actually now working out a specific program where they can actually subscribe to the data sets available publicly from various places. And another example I will tell you, I work for a project in Department of Work and Pensions. So I am sure you all know what does the Department of Work and Pensions do. The Department of Work and Pensions actually is responsible for making sure they record all your contributions to the exchequer as part of the taxes that you pay, that your pensions and all these things will be taken care. And also the people who don't have work, they don't know how to work, and people are in problems and all these kind of things, they are the responsible agency to make sure that payments of benefits will be paid to the people who are in trouble, right? So people who came out of the prison, people who are downtrodden and all these kind of people, old people, senior citizens, people who are in hospices, who are ready to die and all these things. These people will help. So Department of Work and Pensions data, if you want to magnify and take a look at it, the 1/3 of the United Kingdom's, all the 4 countries, right? Northern Ireland, Scotland, England, and Wales. If you take all the 4 countries, Department of Work and Pensions will be transacting 1/3 of the total bank transactions that happens in this country. Okay, that means they have a huge amount of data. They have data about me. They have data about you all, and data about everybody who is living in this country, whoever has a NI number, and they are responsible for giving you the NI numbers. So these are the people who have every bit of information about you, right? So they want to know, for example, a person called John Doe. This person will actually go to, let's say, no, they identified a pattern. This John Doe has been seeking certain benefits. Okay, they are paying the benefits. He is eligible for the benefits. But after some time, 6 months or so, he stopped seeking the benefits. So immediately, what is your what do you call declaration from that? So this guy John Doe has got a job. That is the reason he stopped taking benefits. And another 6 months later, this guy again started taking benefits, and for 3 months later, he stopped taking benefits, and 5 months later, he started taking benefits again. Why? Nobody knew. So, and then they started looking at this guy John Doe and seeing what is he doing. He is not working anywhere. He has not been, so he can't. He is off the benefits for 6 months. And how is he eating? He doesn't have an income. He doesn't have any other source. So how is he eating? How is he living? Where is he living? Nobody knows. That is because Department of Work and Pensions, they don't have interaction with the other government departments. So then they started interacting with other government these things, and they started looking at the data of other government agencies and all these things. Then they identified this John Doe has a habit of going to prison every 3 months or 6 months. So when in prison, a person is not eligible for benefits. Okay, Department of Work and Pensions, the data scientists, I know the chief data scientist very well, one-to-one. Okay, he told me one day, Department of Pensions is not looking to reduce the benefits for the people. They want to pay the benefits for all those eligible people. However, they want to reduce the dependency of people on getting benefits. So they want to run certain activities. But to run the certain activities, those activities will bring people from out downtrodden level to top level. So what do they need to do? They need to speak to DVLA and identify their data. They need to speak to the judicial department and they need to identify data. So criminal courts, civil courts, HMRC, you name it. They need data from everyone. Now, since last 1.5 year, they have data from everywhere, and from all the government sectors. Not only from the government sectors, you go to ASDA, pay money, or you go to ASDA, pay by credit card. You go to Sainsbury, you do whatever you want. You go to some other company, and all the data is also at a higher level granularity about you. That data is there with the Department of Work and Pensions. Now, what they are doing is they also speak to the medical department, so health department. So they get their data as well. So what they do, they try to understand from each neighborhood how many people are there and what are the age segmentations. Okay, 10 to 15 years, how many people are there? 15 to 30 years, how many people are there? 30 to 50 years, how many people are there? That segmentation, as well as their health segmentations, extremely good health, better health, bad health, people suffering with diabetes, people suffering with heart attack, people suffering with cancers and all these things. That is number 2. Number 3, they want to know the criminal history of the cohorts in the neighborhoods. So I have actually, I think last time when we all met, I have also introduced a term called cohort. So the cohort means COHORT. I am just typing here, right? So the cohort means a group of people or group of things or group of animals or group of anything, living or dead or non-living things. So, for example, we 11 people who are in this particular class today are called cohort of data science class. Likewise, in a neighborhood called Oxley Park, they are all cohorts of Oxley Park. So a group of people who belongs to one specific category. Okay. So what they want to know is they want to know what is a particular cohort doing at any given point of time, and what are their behavioral patterns. How can we help them? Are they working? If they are working, great. Thank you very much. We don't have to pay you the benefits. If a cohort is not working, what is making them not to work? So different kinds of data, analyze the data, do the data science, apply the statistical principles, and identify why they are not working, and send some intervention, send them to certain intervention programs like job employment employability programs and trainings and all these kind of things, right? So likewise, what do you call the other things, like for example, I have a bank. In the bank, what happens is what do you call they take money. They take money from you and keep it safe for you, right? But their business is not that. Their business is earn money so that they can pay you interest. So to earn money, they need to do some business. So if they take £100 from you as a deposit, guys, can you please refrain from speaking on the WhatsApp, please? Ganesh? So, sorry. Sorry, I was my train of thoughts were short. Okay, all right, very good. So, basically, so they need to understand. So, if you need to understand about the specific cohort, you need to read a lot of data. So, how do you read a lot of data? So, you can't read a lot of data by having. So, basically, we will go further and we will see what happens. So to understand the people, my favorite subject. Both of them are my favorite subjects. Okay, so social work, right? So because of certain events, political events, or certain events in the world, people either will become better or will become worse. So some people will suffer because of certain happenings, and certain people will become better because of certain things are happening. For example, the recent case, Mr. Trump has become better, and I don't know how many people will become better along with him, and I don't know how many people will will become worse after he becoming the president. But however, before all these things is happening, what is happening is basically everybody is worried about, or everybody is curious about who will win, what will win, will Brexit happen, or will Trump win, or will Clinton win, and all these things. So the data scientists are the people who have actually predicted certain things. For example, I am sure many of you have seen my friend Madhava's postings on this one, and he has been published in some Indian newspapers as well. So he predicted Donald Trump will win, and he also predicted earlier Brexit will happen. Okay, and he is now predicting that Theresa May will resign pretty soon. So, so let us see what happens in that case. But so what is happening is, so the curious data scientists, either out of interest or for money or whatever it is, they actually look at the data extensively using the tool sets that are available for them and do certain analysis using the statistical principles and bring out certain things. So how can anybody predict these things? It could be anybody's game. It is basically because Hillary Clinton is beautiful, Donald Trump is not a great man because of certain misdoings and all these things. Hillary Clinton has also done some misdoings. So who will win and all these things? It's impossible to win. But having said that, in an election, what happens is, for example, I know whom I am going to vote in the Brexit elections, for example, being a British citizen. So, and I am sure you also voted, and you also made your mind set even before the election saying that I am voting either for Brexit or against the Brexit. Okay, and you started speaking about your feelings to the other people, not only by words, but also through social media. So what happens in this case is, people who are called data scientists, and who it will be you folks in future, will be reading this social media using certain tools available to them and doing analysis, again applying the statistical principles, and identify the mood of the people based on postcodes, based on towns, based on a number of things. And data scientists, trust me, they have predicted Brexit. However, in the newspaper, we have seen the opposite predictions. Why? Because most of the newspaper postings are biased. They know that it is not going to happen, but the news is biased because they have their own agendas. You know about newspapers, TVs, and all these things, especially in India and UK, US, wherever you go, that newspaper or a TV station will have a specific bias, or a radio station. So, except a radio station called NPR, National Public Radio in United States, every radio organization, every TV organization, every newspaper has certain bias. So that's the reason they don't have that kind of true news to report. But actual data scientists have said Brexit will happen, Trump will win, and a number of things. I know that Trump is going to win, but I said Hillary will win because I don't want Trump to win. That is because of my personal belief, right? That there I am biased. I'm sure you are also biased in certain extent some in some other issues. So the data science is always to identify that the social analytics. So by doing the social analytics, social sentiments, so and identify and make sure that so okay, this social sentiment analysis is good for identifying who will win, what will win, and all these things. But are there any other purposes? So government will do the social analysis and also identify the criminality, the people who might be willing to do crime, the people who are good, people who are bad, and all these kind of things. Okay, then they will do some intervention programs like sending police there or helping people to come out of the crime and all these things. Okay, so social analytics is a very important part of the data science course. Anyway, something, right? So basically, this happened in 2012. For the first time, data science has been utilized in Obama's election in 2012. Okay, so you can read it. So basically, Obama was successful in identifying the data scientists, and these data scientists have created a database where they have, using this database, they have gone to non-white voters who never vote generally and made them to vote. Okay, and that's why Mitt Romney. So in 1997, most of the internet social analytics used to happen in this way. So, for example, you search something called university. So there used to be some search engines called Backrub and or whatever. Okay, and I can't even show you those things now because they are not there anymore. So just whatever, very few organizations used to have these URLs. And they used to actually show now. So based on the data science, this kind of thing. So if you go to a specific web page, so this is example of a website, and this particular website has some n number of pages, and the minute you enter into the website, what are the different pages people stay longer on? What are the pages people stay mostly, and all these things? So you can do these things as well, right? So this is pretty much self-explanatory. And I said big data, right? So big data, what is big data? Big data is nothing but data. Okay, they said structured data, semi-structured data, unstructured data, and all these things. So the example of semi-structured data is data neatly organized in a specific area, like say likes of a database like Oracle, DB2, SQL Server, Teradata, or whatever it is, and they maintain proper constraints and all these things, so that data will not be violating the rules and regulations. And when you take the data out, you will get only some kind information which is related to it, not duplicate information and all these things, right? So that is structured data with a proper structure. Unstructured data is without any structure, like for example something written on the white paper and scanned and stored somewhere. Likewise, on a text file, a comma separated value file, and all these things. We will see all these examples later. Okay, and then semi-structured, so something written on an email. There is a to address, from address, and the subject, and some other attributes for the email. And then in the body area, you will be actually writing whatever you want to write, whatever you want to attach, and all these things. So it is not structured, it is not fully unstructured as well. So it is called semi-structured environment. So generally emails, the data that is passed to you on Excel spreadsheets, or in text files and all these kind of things, is semi-structured data. So, and when we compare the sizes of the data, right, in 1986, when I started studying my engineering course, the 20 megabyte hard disk drive used to be extremely rare. I never seen 20 megabyte hard disk. And the 20 megabyte hard disks are used to be used only by organizations like NASA and all these kind of organizations. And they used to actually transport those 20 megabyte hard disk drives from one place to the other in the cargo airplanes. And it is a hell lot of a job to load that 20 megabyte hard disk into the cargo airplanes. They used to use this forklifts, huge machines and all these things. Right now, 1 terabyte drive can fit into your pocket. Okay, and you can take it along around the world. So since 1986 till now, the storage capacities have increased significantly. If I don't want to call it as significant, I want to call it as drastically, right? Once upon a time, every 6 years, the data used to be doubled. The data storage capacity used to be doubled. But now it is every 6 months that storage capacity is becoming double. So storage capacity, as it is increasing, the cost of storage is coming less and less and less. Once upon a time, I don't know, I'm sure even nowadays, some laptops have drive-based hard disk, but not anymore. Many laptops, like if you look at Apple Macs or the small thin ultrabooks and all these kind of things, you don't have a rotating disk drive there. There is a solid state disk drive. So once upon a time, when I started my career, it used to be 64 KB maximum memory that used to be there. But now you can actually go and buy in a shop about 32 gigabytes of small microchip which can be inserted into your phone. Okay, so the cost of once upon a time, 132 gigabytes of data space used to cost about $1 million. Now it is $20 or something like that. So cost of storage of data is coming down. Because of that, the capacity of you being able to store huge amount of data has come down, has increased, and capacity of looking at the data, analyzing the data, making meaning out of the data, which is called data science, has increased. Okay, we don't need to, this presentation, I'm going to send it to you, so we don't need to worry about this much, because we are, because of whatever happened, joining troubles and all these things, we kind of, so a little bit of information. So basically here what is happening here is data makes everything clearer. Once upon a time, somebody in 2009, a scientist has said, extrapolating the best fit model into future predicts a rapid decline in the Facebook activity in next few years, which turned out to be actually true. But, for example, searches for Facebook. Why Google search for Facebook has come down a lot? Does it mean that Facebook utilization has reduced? No. Facebook utilization has not reduced, but people searching for Facebook in the Google search has reduced. Why? Because everybody knows Facebook now. Everybody knows how to get into. Everybody has Facebook on their palm, probably 16 hours a day. Okay, so everybody knows it. That's the reason the utilization has increased, but searching for Facebook has decreased. And because of Facebook, other social networks like Orkut and all these kind of things have disappeared actually. MySpace. I don't know how many of you remember these things. Okay, go through these things at a later point of time. So now what I want to do is I want to show you, and I want to open the floor again for some questions you asked. Okay. I am sending this presentation to you. It is an introduction presentation. We are not going to discuss very huge detail. But what I want to do for the rest of the 40 minutes or 45 minutes, whatever we have, I'm going to show you what are the environments, practical environments we are all going to work. Okay, and how do we, for example, install, even my mother can install Hadoop and administer Hadoop. How do we do that and all these things? I will show you. And what I suggest is you all create a outlook.com email address. So if you create that outlook.com email address, what happens is you will be able to actually subscribe for 30 days or 60 days trial version of Azure environment. You don't have to pay anything. You have to give your credit card information for identification. However, your credit card will not be charged unless you ask them to charge. Okay, so if you just don't answer them, you forget about it. Unlike the other websites, they won't just charge you. So I suggest you doing that. Now I am opening the floor to people who is actually having any more questions about the discussions we had till now. Then we will go to a little bit of practicals.
Hey, I just wanted to ask a question. During when we were in school and learning maths in school, we were talking about extrapolation. And during our maths class, they used to say never use extrapolation because it's not valid and it won't give you an accurate result. Do you think it's data science has changed it to accept extrapolation now?
That is a good question. The question, yes, you are right. Extrapolation is not going to give you the what do you call? I mean, but before extrapolation, okay, what I want to do is I want to say a few words of extrapolation. So what is it? So Kumi, want to say something about extrapolation? What is that? What is extrapolation?
Extrapolation is basically like first you collect some data and you create a chart. You create a graph of the data that you collected, for example,
Yeah.
chart or
Yeah.
etc.
And take some decisions.
And you using that data, you would predict, I don't know, a future trend. Or for example, if you're boiling water at the rate at which the water is boiling, you would create a graph for that. And then you would predict if you boil it to 100 and you collect the data 100 degrees, if you collect the data, how long it took to boil to 100 degrees, we have to predict how long will it take to boil to 200 degrees, depending on the rate that we calculated. But
right.
And we would be told we can't do that because using extrapolation is not valid. But you were talking about extrapolation in your presentation, so I just wanted to ask about that.
Yeah, that's a good observation actually. So data science is all about prediction. You agree? So in the workshop that I have taken a couple of weeks ago, right? So what I said is very, very clear. Whatever information, whatever prediction that is predicted may not be coming true, right? So, but having said that, I have also said something about, I have also introduced a term called confidence levels, which we are going to learn. So, Kumi, you are right. The pure science tells us not to do extrapolate. That extrapolation will not give the proper prediction. However, the data science has gone a little bit a step ahead and said we are doing predictions, and these predictions may or may not happen. So from each prediction, depending after each prediction, for example, once upon a time, let us say, I thought Rahul Gandhi will win will become Indian Prime Minister for 3 years ago. I'm just joking, eh? Please don't look at me like a mad fellow. Then I failed miserably because Modi ji has become the Prime Minister. Why I failed? Because I have not considered certain things in my calculation and I have just blindly extrapolated. So what happened in that case is, so I know now, okay, I have these kind of miscalculations, or I have not considered certain calculations. So I have to add. So those days, because I have not taken those calculations into picture, my confidence level, let us say, it is at a level 1. Now, because I failed miserably, I know what are the misgivings or what are the missing points. So I have taken those into consideration now, and then I predicted something else. So there, what happened is my confidence level has grown from 1 to 5, maybe. Okay, that prediction, okay, it's not entirely wrong, but it is up to certain extent wrong and up to certain extent right. So then I have failed to consider certain other things. So data science is a continuous learning environment, and data science is all about predictions based on the extrapolations, and data science is you keep learning new things. The concept called machine learning that we are going to learn in coming classes, right? This machine learning is nothing but we teach the machine. So basically what you need to take, what data you need to take, and what do you need to do with this data, and how do you learn, how do you train, how do you score, and all these things we will be teaching the machine. Right? So we will be each one we fail, and then we learn why did we fail, and we what do we call, and we actually set right our course of action and all these things. So basically, how many of you people have learned driving the car on day 1 perfectly? No one, right? So basically, when I started driving, I used to be really, really afraid of people. It might hit somebody, it might hit some other vehicle and all these things. It should be. I used to stoop down to the almost as close as to the window, and then windshield, and start driving with very, very great careful. Now I drive like sometimes I sleep while driving. Okay, so that means confidence. So you will be keeping on increasing the confidence level. That confidence level increments will actually lead for your extrapolation to become closer to the right predictions. But having said that, your confidence levels will never be 100%, and your predictions will never be 100% correct. However, we have to take these predictions and use it only for statistical purposes, not for decision purposes. Are you okay with this answer, Kumi?
Yeah, that answers my question. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, hello, Praveen. I have one question. So if we have a small amount of the data, so as we predict exactly on a small amount of the data, that we can we give an exact prediction? That's my question.
Very good, Praveen. This question I have actually answered in the workshop that we have attended. The answer is simple. No, you will not be able to provide the proper prediction with small set of data. Okay. So small set of data, yes, you can predict up to certain extent, not 100%. Okay. So for example, 3 years before, whatever weather predictions that are given by BBC used to be generally wrong because they did not have huge amount of data. Now, BBC, whatever they say, sorry, I shouldn't say BBC, it is Met Office because no, a lot of people may not know Met Office, so I'm saying BBC. Okay, now whatever Met Office predicts, uh, excuse me, uh, it's closer to good weather, good predictions. Okay, 3 years down the line in future, whatever BBC predicts, it will be 100% true. Okay, so that is because 3 years ago they had a small set of data. Now they have good amount of data. In future they have huge amount of data. So Kumi asked a question about extrapolation, right? The extrapolation works better with the increase of data. It works worse with the reduction of the data. Does that answer your question, Praveen?
Yeah. That's okay.
Any more questions before we getting into okay. So if everybody is okay with the questions, they can anytime ask me. Ask the questions on the WhatsApp as much as possible, unless a question is really important for you to understand. So I am going to share something else for you. I'm just sharing the lab environment. Just give it a few 1 minute, 1 minute or two. Meanwhile, I will go back to the presentation. Before that, I need to do something. Okay. No, nothing. That is fine. Okay. This is the portal. Can you all see? Just thumbs up, please. Okay. So very good. So very good. So basically, this is the portal. This portal is Azure portal. What is Azure? So we have in present day environments, we have two kinds of environments. One is on premises. The second one is on the cloud. What is the difference between these two things? On premises is you will have a computer in your home or in your office or in your data center, in your own data center if you're a large organization. Okay. And whenever you want to deploy something, you will buy a machine, you will put it in the data center, server or desktop or whatever it is. And then you install whatever software that you need to, you buy that software, you buy the licenses, and you actually do whatever you do without anybody else's this one. You will be doing whatever you need to do on your own. So for large organizations, it is a millions of dollars or millions of pounds investment, and also they need medium and large organizations, right? They need a lot of people who actually what do you call administer, installers, database administrators, developers, and all these things. So there is a huge amount of cost. But the second one is what do you call what do you call the cloud. The cloud environment. What happens is the organizations like Amazon, Google, then we have so Google and all these kind of people. I will wait. I think there is a trouble. Somebody is able to see. Is there a problem, Kumi? You are able to hear?
Yes, I can hear.
It
You
is
can see?
breaking.
You can see?
I can see as well.
Okay.
There is a pause happened, I think, in between.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
break.
It's a pause, I think. Maybe you're
Oh.
working on the machine, maybe?
No, I'm not working on the machine. Anyway, could be some network issue. I think Srikanth must have dropped out. Anyway, he will come back. So I told him to come back. Ganesh, if you don't mind, can you call Srikanth and tell him to rejoin? Okay. So anyway, so basically, what am I saying is these organizations like Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and a lot of other organizations. HP also started a cloud offering, right? So they have already with them huge data centers. They have invested billions of dollars on the data centers. And so what they did is they thought, okay, why can't we actually start renting our data services to data centers to other people, other organizations, and make money out of the cost center. So you know what is meant by a cost center and a profit center, right? So data centers already are always is a cost center. So with whatever developments, with whatever network speeds we have nowadays, so they started thinking, okay, with whatever this thing, why can't we earn some money? So they successfully created some offerings like Azure, then Amazon Web Services, and then Google Cloud, and HP Enterprise, and all these kind of things, right? So in this case, you don't have to buy anything. You need to take a decision whether you need to install Microsoft, you have your own licenses, or they want to provide you the service. So, and based on that, there are cost differences between these two things. You can actually, so what am I going to do in today's class is just, I said it is a warming up. I sent a WhatsApp message saying that it's warming up, understanding you folks, and walk in the park. So this is the walk in the park more component of it. So basically, whatever you see on the what do you call screen is the Azure environment. So you can install either a virtual machine. Virtual machine is nothing but just like a computer, a server. For example, you need a Windows 2000 server. You can install a Windows 2000 server without you actually having Windows 2000 server with you. Okay, you want a big data environment, you can create a big data environment and install. You want to install anything, SQL server on top of your Windows server, you can install that and all these kind of things, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install, I'm going to show you how to install something called Sandbox. This Sandbox is a place where we can actually what do you call play using the big data. Okay, so let us see how it works. So I will say so that plus this one will lead me to a number of this one. You can say Sandbox. So you have different kinds of sandboxes, right? Open Nebula Sandbox, Atom Sandbox, Hortonworks Sandbox, MapR, whatever, right? So they do different things. Some of them are big data, some of them are not big data. However, what we are going to do today in today's class is we have something called Hortonworks Sandbox with the HDP. HDP stands for Hadoop Data Platform. So I will show you how to do that today, and I will actually show you in tomorrow's class. I will give you a little bit of walk through Hadoop, and we will see how can we work on Hadoop. So today installation, tomorrow a little bit of description about Hadoop and what are the different components, and then we will see how we work on Hadoop. And after this, also we will see something called HD Insight. Okay, how do we work on HD Insight and all these things? Okay, so anyway, right now we will say we will install Sandbox. So we will be installing. So this offering is available on Azure. This offering is available also, I think, also available on Amazon, but Amazon is very expensive. So a lot of people are now going towards Microsoft. I am not selling Microsoft to you, but Microsoft is cheaper. Okay, so you basically you can also do this. You can also take a 60-day trial, and you can do your own practicals without you paying a lot of money. Okay, for 60 days you don't need to pay any money. Okay. Sandbox comes with 50 whatever different kinds of tutorials. You can work on those tutorials and all these things. You can read this at your convenience. Okay, and that is the basic architecture of Hadoop, which we will see going forward. Okay, that is the architecture of Hadoop, and different you have a data system, you have business analytics, custom applications, packaged applications, source machines. What are the different sources? You can see here: web and social, clickstream, existing systems, geolocation, sensors. I have done a project for one of the oil industries in UK, somewhere around Manchester, on north of the border. Basically, to identify how the pipelines, gas pipelines, will sustain over the period of time. Is there going to be a risk of rupture and all these things? So there is a huge number of sensors collecting data, and that data will be in the database and all these things. So that is what is sensor. Server logs, for example, you have in a network environment, internet server is there, your web server is there. So web server will be will be subject to lot of hacking and all these things. So based on that, based on this hacking attempts and all these things, you will be able to and unstructured your text and Excel files and all these things. And you have some tutorials and all these things. We will see all these things. But anyway, right now, let us go to and there are two kinds of implementations: Classic and Resource Manager. But this resource manager is the this one. So let us see. Don't use Classic. Never ever use Classic in this example. You don't worry about how do you install. You don't need to know what are the different kinds of installation processes and all these things. All you need to know is just use resource model. Okay. So you need to give some kind of name. I just said data science. I can use either a SSH public key or password. So I'm giving a password. I will tell you what is the password. You can either select whether to use existing resource group or create a new resource group. Doesn't matter. Whatever you select, it will be fine. And the location, yeah, this is important. The location, okay, the pricing of you need to select the location based on number of criteria. So one of those criteria when you are doing these things for your organization, of course you don't do all these things. The database administrators will do all these things, but we need to basically learn. So generally North Europe is better for us. So we will because it is cheaper and data protection laws allow you to. Now you have to select the kind of environment that you need. So whatever environment that you need, it will give you the amount of money that they will charge per month based on the. And if you are doing it during the trial period, don't worry about it. You can actually select the top and still don't get charged money, because what they will give you is in the trial period, what they will do is they will actually give you $125 credit. So you can use these machines up to $125. So what I suggest is, okay, take this one. Okay, so $55 worth of money will be spent per month in this. So there is a 7 gigabytes of memory, which is sizable memory, which is useful for us, and all these things and all. Anyway, we will be deinstalling this because we will be working our practicals mostly on the HD Insight. We will see HD Insight later anyway. Okay, or generally this is DS2 and F level also, F series also will be better, but this is much cheaper and better, 4 gigabytes. Okay, this is better. Okay, 4836 or BS1, whatever it is, whatever you want to choose, you can choose it. Right now, mine is a paid one, so I need to choose a little bit carefully. Otherwise, if it is a free one, you don't need to worry about it. Okay, so some of them you have to supply, some of them will be taken. What are the different availability set? Yeah, don't worry about it. And just most of the things that you have to do is you have to just unless you are an expert in only installations of this Hadoop, you don't worry about. Okay. So now validation is passed. So it will give us the cost of the total environment. So it is saying Hadoop Sandbox is they are giving free of cost for us. And this machine, whatever we selected, will cost about 7 cents, 0.0740 pounds per, that is about 7 cents, 7.5 cents or something like that per hour. Okay, per month it will work out around 55-60 pounds. So I said purchase, and it will give you, and this might take some time for the environment to come on live. Sometime in the sense about 15 minutes. Okay. While this is running, you can ask me any questions you might have.
Hi, Hadoop.
Carry on.
Sorry, go ahead.
Ram, I have a doubt. Usually, we have a landscape of development, quality, and production in SAP.
Right.
How is the landscape here, and how do we move it to different?
That process will not change. So basically, you will have even data scientists will have to do certain things before being approved by the actual users. So there is a development edition, there is a test version, and there is a production version. So that's complex. There is not going to be, so the infrastructure wise, there's not going to be any difference.
How do we move it from quality? How is it transported?
No, you first create a development edition. Okay. And there you do whatever you need to check. Okay. Once you identify, generally the data that you use in the development environment is just pseudo data. It's not the production data. It's near production data, but pseudo data, right? So that data will not be transferred into quality. However, from the test environment onwards, if it is user acceptance test environment, then you will have the mirror of the production data, not the actual production data. And based on that mirror data, you will be able to then you can actually implement production things. But having said that, you don't need to worry about all these things. Okay. So now it is deployed, folks. Vamshi, you were asking a question.
Yeah, I was asking that is that Hadoop installation, do we need to go compulsory or mandatorily from the Microsoft Azure, or do we able to install separately?
It's up to you. But what we do in our this one is Hadoop.
Yeah. So that need to be go through the Microsoft Azure. You go by Microsoft Azure.
Yeah.
So if we install Hadoop separately without Microsoft Azure, is it works similar way, right?
Yeah. But I don't know how are you installing and all these things, so I can't take guarantees that the programs what we teach here, they run. So you need to be an expert in installations and all these things.
Okay, so you mean to say that first we need to install the Microsoft Azure, then follow the Hadoop?
Hmm.
Or Yeah, basically these are the simple questions, right? After that, we need to practice on them, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
just for to understanding
So
these
it is
questions.
it is better to during this course, it's better to work on the Azure environment. Okay. And again, I'll tell you more about it. How do you do the practicals and all these things a little bit later. But right now,
Yeah.
don't worry about that much. Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what I have done here is I have done a small configuration bit. So, if you have to access this, you have to access it through internet, right? So if you have to access it through internet, you have to give an IP address. And I have selected a dynamic IP address here, not a static IP address. So if I stop the server and restart the server, the dynamic IP address will change. So if I give you a dynamic address today, tomorrow you may not be able to access that server if the IP address changes. Okay. So for that matter, what I will do is I will map some what do you call URL, and I am calling this as a dsc.northeurope.cloudapp.azure.com. Okay, I can actually configure this to my own server or whatever later, but just because this is only an experimental version, I'm not doing all those things. And just say save. So when I save, it is saving the public IP address with this mapping. On a separate window, see if you can access this. Okay, so now what happens if I go to this one, right? So data science environment is set up and running. It's so simple. You don't need to worry about anything. It's so simple. Okay, so now what we have here is we have DSC dot. So one moment, let me check if it is actually working. Because you never know what will happen. It could be a Microsoft problem, it could be anybody's problem. And then I will ask you to do the same thing. Okay, that's good. I'm doing some more configuration. It's simple. It's nothing. I'm giving some confidential information. That's the reason I'm not showing you that. That's very simple thing. Okay, so don't worry about it. Because it's a paid one, I'm giving some confidential information. So that's the reason I have not shared it. Okay. Now it is okay to be shared. If you actually copy and paste this URL onto your browsers, tell me if it is working. See, that's the dsc.northeurope.cloudapp.azure.com. Okay, so tell me if that browser works. That works on a browser. So I am also doing that here. So what am I doing here is can you all see this? Can if you can see this screen, whatever you are seeing on your screen, that's great. It started working for you as well. So, okay, good. So, very good. So now, I want to see the actual Hadoop things. So here there is a Maria. You can use the same username and password, Maria_dev and Maria_dev. So this is something called Ambari. Okay, we will discuss about each one of these things in our next class, that is tomorrow. Okay, and I will show you how the architecture works, and I will show you how each component called, let's say, for example, MapReduce. What is MapReduce? What does it do? What is Yarn? What is Hive? For example, I want to show you Hive, how it works. How many of you know SQL?
I know
Yeah.
SQL.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
yeah, this
PUBG.
Hive is nothing but an SQL screen. Okay. So how do we actually work on the big data SQL and all these things? We will see practically tomorrow. Is that all right? So right now, I'm not going to do anything on this practical environment because we don't have a lot of time, but we will do these things. So basically tomorrow, first hour will be explaining about this a number of things. Let me go back to this. A number of things that are there and how they are useful in our data science course, right? And how each one is useful and how do you work on these things. And in the second hour, we will actually do some practicals on this. And we will run some tutorial and I will explain you how do we do this tutorial. For example, we will do a Twitter sentiment analysis. Agreed? So any questions in today's class or any general questions about data science, also you can ask me. I can spend some 15 minutes time. Nobody is asking questions. Either you understood everything or you never understood anything.
So we have to, Ram, this is Shrikant.
Shrikant,
yeah, we have to install this Azure for tomorrow's class.
no, you don't install it. If you want to install, it's okay, but you don't need to do anything. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
You can actually access my environment using the URL I sent you. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's great. Okay.
All right.
And
you don't need to install anything. And going forward, after this course is finished, I have this, what do you call this lab environment for myself. Okay. Not this environment, but actual production-like environment. Whatever environment you are looking is a development environment. Okay. In the production-like environment, I can actually give you access, but that costs a little bit of money. Okay. So monthly, this much amount of money. It's not for me making money. It's for me meeting the costs of the lab. Okay. That is after your project and all these things.
Sure, no worries. And you just mentioned, or did I get it wrong? So are we going to do the Hadoop cluster installation here?
We have done the Hadoop cluster installation in 5 minutes.
Oh, so, well, that was
that was very quick, isn't it? So,
while I was away, is it?
oh, okay, you were away, is it? Okay, I will show you at some point of time during the class. Okay, so don't worry about it.
The video is recorded, no?
Yeah, video is recorded. You can see
We can
all
go
the
through that.
videos. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can ask me whatever questions you want. This one, all right?
Sure.
Ram, sorry.
Tell me, sir.
It's Vamshi. In the Hadoop, whatever you're mentioning is that you are going to give a brief description about the Hadoop, right? But is it the one that what we see on our left side in the Hadoop Ambari environment? So is that those are the what they are? They are the like a analytical tools. Basically, if you see in that any of the data scientist roles, they ask for all these things. The terms what I see, but I don't know any of them. Do we need to go through them everything, or you go through them tomorrow about everything? How deep we need to understand all these things?
You don't worry about depth at this point of time.
Yeah.
Okay. We will actually worry about. I will worry about the depth. What you want. Okay.
Okay.
Don't worry about this. Can somebody send Madhavi's a message saying that the course class is almost finished? Don't worry about it, and we will send a recorded session, so she can understand whatever it is. Okay. So now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you the architecture of the Hadoop environment, whatever environment here. Okay. There, we will discuss about most of the things, not about everything. For example, you don't need to worry about Tage. Okay. I will explain to you what is Tage, but we will not be learning. Do you know anybody of you know what is meant by Tage?
I don't know.
Anybody? Can you assume what is Tej in Hindi?
Sharp.
That is exactly what the meaning is. So it's some of them are Hindi words actually. Tej is a Hindi word. Okay, and Mahout is a Hindi word. In South Indian languages also, the person who is riding the elephant is called Mahout. Mahouti, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So Mahout is this Ambari. You know what is Ambari? Ambari is it is a Telugu word. I don't know if it is a Sanskrit word or Hindi word also. Ambari is a presentation layer. So basically, people sitting in Ambari is a covered arch kind of thing on the elephant. Right?
Yeah.
So Ambari is here in this case it is basically administration. Database administrators will be working on Ambari. So configuration, memory configuration, and all these things. We will discuss about these things in tomorrow. Okay.
Any materials or any references?
I will send some material for you, and I will also send some more reference URLs. Okay. So it is important for you to know these things, but it is not essential. It is desirable. Okay, to know these things. And those people who are basically, I will again and again teach you these things from time to time, and again tell you the same thing and again. Data science is different. Big data is different. You need big data to run data science. However, you don't need what is the behind big data. What is the different tools that are there behind big data? I'm telling you now, I will tell you this 100 times. Python and R are the two things that you need to really worry about. And we will see. For example, we will use something called, what is it? I forgot. Spark. okay, to run our Python programs. Let me see if I can show you that. Not 80099. Okay. Okay. So this also I can send you in the. Okay. So basically, what is happening here is you can actually run the Spark programs. I can actually try to show you something. Uh, I will not. I will not.
Ram, are you showing to show something on the screen? I can only see Microsoft Azure data science. That's it. It's stuck there.
Oh no. Okay. Let me close all these things. Is it?
Thank you.
Can you see now?
No, unfortunately, I'm still seeing the same Microsoft Azure data science icon IP configuration.
All right. Can you see now?
No, Ram.
It will come. It will come. I just because
I'm able to see it.
yeah. You can
The
see
problem
something
is
called
Srikanth Mission.
Zeppelin.
yeah. That's good. So that's what you just started seeing, or have you been seeing this long since some time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
seeing
can see.
some time.
Okay. So there is
Vamshi.
some Vamsi, there is something wrong. Your
Srikanth.
broadband speed might be
No,
little
I
low.
can see. Sorry.
Srikanth having the problem.
Oh, okay. Srikanth. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, so for example, there is a Hello World tutorial, right? So I don't know what is this tutorial about, but these are the different what do you call Spark, MD, Angular, and all these things. The Cassandra. I'm sure you must have heard about Cassandra, Phoenix, Kylin, and all these things, right?
Yeah, MongoDB.
Yeah. So analyzing network intrusion data set with Python and Spark. So you can actually do some Python and Spark programming here. Okay. So and this is how you do the programming. And don't worry about this. I'm not showing anything right now. I don't want to do this at this point of time. Once you understand what is happening, then we will see. Okay, you invoke Spark using this one. Okay, so what is this and all these things we will see at a later point of time. So basically, in tomorrow's class is going to be. Can you all mute please? Can you all mute please? The children are playing around somebody's house. So, what I'm going to show you tomorrow is I'm going to show the architecture of this Hortonworks, this one. Also, in future, we also will see HT Insight architecture. We will see the fundamentals of each one of the components of the architecture, and we will learn one by one. It may not be possible for me tomorrow to cover everything, but we will see how we some of the things I will ask you folks to do it on your own. Some of the things I will teach you. Okay. Okay. All right. Now I would like to ask the feedback from each one of you. I'll unmute personally and ask, and then we will see how it goes. Dinya, uh, feedback about the course, please. I mean, whatever session happened today, right? Of course, I understand there are some teething troubles in the starting. People like Srikanth, because you were actually logging in from a Mac machine, you had a problem, but now it is sorted, so that problem will not arise anymore. So 10-15 minutes time we lost because of such kind of problems, but from tomorrow onwards it should be all right. All right. So Dinya, apart from those problems, is this space okay? Do you want us to go little fast, or do you want us to go little slower? And are you satisfied with today's class?
I think we can go, it's fine, but you can go a little faster also.
Okay. Are you satisfied with whatever you learned today?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any more questions
No,
in
not
today's class?
actually.
All right. Very
No.
good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ganesh, any suggestions?
I think it's crystal clear. Everything is so far so good.
Okay. So do you want us to go fast, slow? This pace is fine.
I think this is fine, I think.
Okay. All right. So sorry about the initial hiccups, but we should be okay. So next we have Srikanth. Srikanth, you faced some troubles. Sorry about that. But are you the person who is joining using the Mac?
No, it is Srinivas who is joining
Srinivas. Okay.
with me.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
is.
It's okay. Sorry. Okay. Is the space okay? Are you satisfied with the class?
Yes, definitely, Ram. The pace is can go a bit faster. Yeah,
Okay.
overall I'm okay. And the only question or request I have is, maybe if you have the course content and if you can align with what you're telling us, so saying that, yeah, this is what we are going to do. This is the course content you have here, and this is what you're aligning, and you're seeing this today. It'll be more helpful, I think.
Yeah, I generally call this particular call a class as class 0. Okay, so I said week 0, right? Week 0 is not counted in the course, this one. And even this class I am considering as a class 0. So basically, this is more of an introduction class. This is not a formal class. Okay, so otherwise, are you satisfied with the pace and content and all these things? You want more to learn, or this content
Yes,
is
we
enough?
are always more to learn. Yeah, this is good enough.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
this is good enough.
but
Yeah,
you are
thank you.
satisfied with this one, right? So very good. Thank you
Yes,
very much.
yes, Ram. Thank you.
Vamshi, uh, Vamshi, how are you? How are you feeling?
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. I think it's an introductory class, and we have a quick catch up with everyone, and we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And the pace wise, I'm okay with it. That's fine.
Mm,
And what is that? Already you said that it's a 0 week,
mm,
and once we can pick up things. At this moment, I'm more concerned is that is that what level of understanding and what level of learning we need in these
mm,
cases. As you said, is that not to worry that much about.
mm.
Okay, so in
Yeah,
further classes, we may be
yeah, yeah,
understanding after 1 week, or maybe by the next week, we'll get a clear picture of where we're going and what's our path is
mm,
of learning, maybe
yeah,
because it's very early, right, to
yeah,
comment something that I got it, I not got it, because most of the things is still
yeah,
question to me, most of the words, or maybe from my side, I may need to do more work from my side, maybe
right,
to understand these
yeah,
things. But the phase wise I'm okay with it. Or maybe some of the time, maybe from the in future classes we may need to go
yeah.
more
Slow,
about the
fast, or whatever.
contents.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm telling everybody one more thing is I will be asking for feedback on every class so that I will also learn how do we go forward. Okay. Otherwise, we'll go from there. All right.
Yeah.
So you are
Thank you.
broadly happy of today's class, not about the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Whom did I unmute? Praveen. Good morning. Still.
Yeah, good morning, Praveen. And I do agree with Mr. Vamsi that what he said that the initial stages we
Yeah.
want to go very slowly, and there is a lot of confusion, all of these words. So that
Yeah.
is, I think, after going some time, so that is going to be clear, I think,
Yeah.
as per my view. So initial stages is okay now. So as we go on, then we want to be clear, and then certain time we require on spend on this one, definitely.
Absolutely. Very good.
Perfect.
All right.
So far
Otherwise,
I'm fine. Yeah, so far
yeah.
I'm fine and happy. Okay.
Okay. Raghava, this is again the same question to you.
Hello, sir. Yeah, thank you for this. Yes, broadly speaking, it is fine for the first class and everything is okay. Because due to some people have the issues with the presentations, I think it is. I don't know whether it is feasible, but if you manage to send these files, PowerPoint presentations, people can put it aside and then they can go through the presentation while you're speaking, and that's what I just
Okay, that is a good suggestion. I will start doing that prior to the class.
yeah, and also some materials and just Ganesh asked previously that materials and any reference links. Is there any place that where we can download, or we expect any
No,
email?
no, I will send you. I will send you all those
All right.
things in person. Okay. So
Thank you, sir.
thank you very much. And broadly, you are happy with the course
Yes.
of today's class, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Srinivas.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. We can hear you loud and clear, Srinivas.
Finally.
Sorry, you had a problem with icon. I guess you are joining from Mac, right?
Yeah, I mean, what I had to do finally was to remote connect a Windows machine from my Mac laptop, and it's still not working.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I missed the session completely, but I can catch up with you later. That's not a problem.
I will. What I will do is whatever we have discussed today in tomorrow's class, very concisely. Okay, we will see. And what I have also done today is I have actually installed Hadoop Sandbox, Hortonworks Sandbox. It took 3 minutes to install. Okay.
Okay.
And I can do that tomorrow as well again, and we will go from there. Okay.
Right, that's fine. That's fine.
So from some class, we will be able to catch up really fast because today is an introductory class. We discuss general issues.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully, so hopefully there should not be any connectivity problems from tomorrow. It should be running.
Yeah. You don't have a Windows laptop or something?
No, not really. But yeah, I mean the instructions. I thought the link that was published on the WhatsApp. I thought it should be compatible with all the machines. So I wasn't planning to do that.
I thought the same thing, but I will take a look at it. Okay.
Right. The only suggestion I think going forward, what I would like to see is the sessions to be more interactive, rather than being one too many. You asking us the questions, and then we have to be more creative in terms of putting our answers forward, and then expecting us to do some work on the sessions itself. Because and I mean generally speaking, most of the sessions I don't want it to be coming in one way. Rather any questions or anything you would like to put around, and I think we should be get more active in answering all those questions.
I totally understand. So that's a good suggestion, but the problem with that is, see, in case of online training, the interaction will be a little bit less, because otherwise it will become everybody's market. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do is, once in 2 weeks' time, I will arrange one session with everybody of you at some place in London. Okay.
Yeah,
then what? That particular class will be like we all can discuss whatever number of things, and I'm trying to make this session also as much as interactive as possible. Okay. So, but we will that might not work forever. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Srinivas. Okay.
No problem. Thank you so much for your time, Ram.
And who is Kumi? Can you give some feedback?
Thought the class was very good today. I just wanted to ask if we have any weekly reading or any such like resources that we can get.
Yeah. So for today's class, there is no reading. The presentation which I'm going to send itself is sufficient. But from tomorrow's class onwards, I will be suggesting from time to time certain readings. And from also, I will be sending you some material and also some presentations. Overall, how are you satisfied with the content?
Yeah, the content was very good. There's like a wide range of expertise in this group, isn't there? So for me, I could go a little bit faster, but I think as other people
Yeah, that's basically we have to consider everybody. Yeah,
coming
we
from
have
different backgrounds. So.
right. So I will try to improve the speed, but let us see how it goes. It depends on everybody. Okay. So how about you, Pami?
Hi, yeah, all good. I understood everything clearly, and everyone's asked the questions that I wanted to ask, so I'm fine.
Okay. All right. So you are okay with whatever content that has been covered, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess we have covered everybody. Unfortunately, we lost Madhavi somewhere. But anyway, by the time we lost her, we almost finished. The only thing I have not taken from her is the feedback. So I will speak to her later.
Sorry, Ram, one loss, maybe loss, if I'm not interrupting you.
Yeah, please go ahead.
It's it's instead of pace, I think it's pace doesn't matter for, I don't know, for others, but or for me or whatever, but it's more about the contents. If you could able to cover all the contents of that, what we need to learn is more important for us. Phase wise is up to you, if you want to go, phase, the way you go is, it's up to you. It's whatever the pace, but what we, because of the pace, please not to deprioritize the contents or anything in that. I don't know if you could able. It's like I know it's a very like it's a big world within. I think I know you need to cover everything in that 6 weeks of your time. Yeah, but if you please, it's my request is that if you could able to cover up the contents.
Yeah, content is going to be, see, basically, if I have to extend the course by another couple of weeks, I don't have a problem with that. But because of the pace, content will not be reduced.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
So having said that, the big data, about big data, Hadoop and all these things, I will cover only the content which is useful for you. For example, I will not be covering Gambari, okay, because it is not necessary for you. I will not be covering something. How do you configure the memory? How do you configure this one, that one, and all these kind of things? How do you administer? How do you create users, administer users, security, and all these things? Those things are not necessary for our class, or our data science. Our class is data science class, right? So so basically, that particular thing will be will not be covered that much. However, whatever that is necessary, for example, we are talking about Spark. Spark is one of the good tools for data science. That is the tool for data science. How do we use it? What are the different components of Spark itself? How do we actually use it? And what are the different aspects of it? And all these things will be covered in detail. Okay. So if I am leaving some content out of this, okay, if somebody else is coming and telling you that, oh, you didn't learn this thing, please don't ask me. Okay, I know what I need to cover. I will cover that.
Okay.
Okay. So
and one more thing,
and again saying that, having said that, I'm not saying that you don't ask me. You can ask me, I will tell you, but not in the class, one-to-one. Okay.
I think I just typed one more thing, is that is it worth keeping a Google Drive and give access to everyone and drop everything in?
Yeah, that is a very, very good suggestion actually. I will do that.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Okay, I guess I have covered taking feedback from everyone. So thank you very much for joining today, and thank you very much for being a part of this group. And as part of my objectives for my fellowship in the Data Management Association, I will have to actually empower number of people to become data scientists. So thank you for giving me that opportunity, and we will go from there. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, Ram.
Bye.